What's up, guys? How you doing? It's your Uncle Flip, the Geelong-Flipper, full-time eBay reseller, multi-published author. Find me on Amazon, please, Tori Favreau. Today, we're heading out to the offsite. There's a few brutal truths that will be revealed, and we're going to pick-pack some orders and get them ready to send to my customers on eBay. Let's get it, and if you're not subscribed, do so right now and hit the notification so you know when I go live. Tori here, Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate, Tori.
It's Geelong-Flipper here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
I'm Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here, the
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? All right, guys, we're heading off to the All right, guys, we're headed off to the offsite, which is my little baby warehouse, the offsite storage room. Shush, I wasn't going to hit the back. It's okay. But I hope that you guys are all spectacularly well. It's cold. I've got to tell the truth. I always tell you guys the truth anyhow, but it's still Sunday. So you saw my absolutely crappy Belmont Market video. Hope you enjoyed that effervescent drink of nothingness that was there. So dead. The market's so dead. I'm kind of kicking myself because I knew that it wasn't a great day weather-wise, so I knew that there probably wouldn't be many people there. This isn't one of those markets, I don't know, it's down on the Belmont Common. You can look the place up. During the summer, it can be packed and nice with a fair few car boot sellers, but the majority of the people that go down there during this time of the year, they are the resellers selling their stuff that they bought to resell. They're doing what I do, but at a market. And my heart went out to them today. Hardly anyone was there, and it was just crazy times. I think one of the things, though, that I did realise, and this was a lesson for me, if you saw in the last video, because I am going to put them out as separate ones, I was looking at some Thomas toys. This lady has a huge stall. She's there all the time. She's lovely, nice lady, but she never budges on the price. But yet I just heard her complain that she didn't have a sale. And yes, they're toys that have value to me, and maybe it's because she knows what I do. Maybe it's because of that she felt weird about me buying them because she knew I was going to sell them again. I don't know. I'm absolutely making assumptions, but she said that she hadn't had a sale. I had $100 in my pocket. I would have spent the whole 100 there, and she said no to any deal other than like doing 3 Thomas trains for $10, which would be exceptional if I was the end user, but I'm not. So, but I would have bought everything. That makes me feel bad. Like, it would have only, sure, $100 may not be a lot to some people, but it's a lot to me. And I was disappointed I didn't get to spend with her because she had some genuinely cool stuff that was there. So that was just something that I noticed, like, you know, people aren't doing deals, even though no one's there. I'd be at least wanting to get my $30 back that I spent, and she's got 2 or 3 tables. It's $30, I think, a spot. So I could have at least paid for a morning there. And I did the same thing when I was at the market. I wouldn't take low ball offers on the shoes I was selling. So the market wasn't very effective for me too, whereas eBay's awesome. But it did teach me a valuable lesson today, and it's one I want to pass on to you guys, is just remember the stuff that you're selling, it ain't yours. It's stock. Just take the offers. As long as you're not losing. If the rate of sell-through has dropped on the item you want to get rid of, and there's no one that interested anymore, I mean, always check sold comps before you accept a low offer. You can have a look. If it is ticking through nicely, you can always say to yourself, hey, look, don't do that just yet. You don't need to. I tried an experiment today too. I've got a massive My Little Pony plush. It's a pajama pet, but it's huge. Now, it comped out at about $900 to $1,200, but I've had it for a while now and it hasn't moved. Today I put 45, and there are so many people watching that I think that most of them are viewers. They must be viewers, because I put a 45% discount on this toy today. 45% plus whatever promo. I'm on 12% on that toy. So I'm going to be stung like Donkey Kong by the planes that fly around him. And I shot that out to, I think, 50 or 60 watches on that item, and no one jumped at it. So I think everyone must have time machines where they can go back and get that expensive thing, or it's all viewers, in which case it's, you know, it's buggered. I don't think you guys are going to be buying it. Unless you're bronies or brogeries. What are the girl My Little Pony fans? You know, bronies, the bros. Don't know. If you know a name for girl My Little Pony enjoyers, let me know. You're probably just going to say, fans of My Little Pony? That makes sense. I think brony sounds funny though. So, getting up early, that was a pain. To achieve nothing was also a pain. Because, like, yeah, you get up early in Geelong for the market, and that's it. That market is it. You might be able to pick up a couple of garage sales, but yesterday, which, forget it. Anyhow, I went garage sailing, yard sailing. There are so few yard sales sometimes in Geelong. I found two and didn't get anything at either of them. It was to the point I couldn't cobble together a video. I was grateful I had the information that had come through about the Thomas trains, which, fun fact, I've sold 3 of them since I put them up. I've sold 3 of them, and one of them is at home, and ironically it's I won't remember to tell you. I'll show you a photo. Because, yeah, it's $15, but remember I paid 20 cents per item, and it's only one of the tenders. It's not one of the engines itself. So, you know, these have been snapped up pretty quickly, and the fact that a collector has then paid a lot more money to get it over to America, yes, thank you. So I'm going to try to find more of these Thomas trains. I need to learn more about them. So there's some study that I need to do. Or some YouTubes, like a guide to collecting Thomas maybe. That might be something that I do need to do, so that won't be a bad thing. But I haven't eaten, I haven't drinking yet. I've been too busy running around, and then I must admit I was so tired when I got home. I had a little baby nap in the morning, so it's 12:33. So I'm going to get a coffee, and I'm going to get a toasty, and if there's an op shop with a parking spot, you know you got to stop. I'm kind of possessed now for the Thomas stuff, but both of these Oppos in Grovedale, you occasionally find stuff, but I don't know. It feels like they all know what I do, so they sort of low-key resent, like, telling me that there's stuff I might want. But, you know, all I do is they're all very nice. And like I said, they're probably the busiest ones in Geelong now. It used to be the Vinnie's was in South Geelong. It was one of the busiest shops. And I knew that because I volunteered at it. And it's got nothing to do with me being there or not being there. It looks like it's very run down now compared to how it looked then. So I don't know if it's, you know, being managed into the ground. It's not as pretty as it used to be. And the quality of the donations don't look as though they're there either. It's funny how a effective running op shop tends to get better donations. You'd think that some of the ones that were going slow, people go, oh, I feel sorry for you, I've got some donations here. Well, no. It's apparently not how it works. All right, so let's get some lunch. Well, lunch number 1. I'll be getting lunch number 2 later. Okay, got the food. Toasty time. Toasty. Oh, that's a good one. They've done a good job. That's a good one. If it ever seems like we're doing the same thing all the time, we are, but it's different, incrementally different each time. It is sometimes hard to explain. I love doing this. I've got this And at the moment too, because I'm not going further afield in my op shopping trips, we're in Geelong. I promised myself that I wouldn't go to Melbourne for at least 2 weeks. All right, there's a park, we stop. If there's a park, there might be one. Only problem is all the civilians are op shopping. Oh, there's a park. All the civilians are op shopping too, plus the church people are here behind me. But this place gets decimated over the weekend, but you never freaking know. Let's have a look. Not only that, but it's like 12:30. So you can see this fun Nerf product here. Check this out though. It's $5. How are you meant to shoot it? Because literally the magazine that holds the darts is not there. And they've got it, I think 3 or 4 of them. It'll be a fun non-toy. Yeah, the place has been emptied out. The toys were almost empty. I didn't even bother showing you. It's a Sunday, it always happens. You generally got to wait till about a Tuesday till the place starts stocking back up again. I will drive past the other joint, the Lifeline, just in case. But my hopes aren't up, and I'm not even that upset about it, to be honest. Maybe the market, the lack of stuff at the market today was my display to not do it. But the rule must be obeyed. Well, you didn't see the camera, but the lady, oh, maybe you could see through the back. I spoke to 3 ladies as they were holding the door open for everyone. And I took over the door holding duty for a second. One of them nearly just walked into the back of the car as I was going backwards. That would have been great. All right, let's see if Lifeline's got anything for us, guys. Let's see. Okay, so I'm there. I'll still go in, but this looks like the place that Time forgot. Down there, 500 metres down the road, Vinnie's is going berserk, filled. There is 1 car parked here. I hope they're doing good though. I mean, there's a new manager. So, you know, for her sake, I hope it's going well. Okay, so nothing, like, I can't say there's nothing. I think where they're going wrong, and I don't know if anyone from there watches this, but I think where they're going wrong is they're rapidly becoming too expensive. They've got little beanie babies for $5 freaking. They're not special ones. They're just normal beanie babies for $5. The same toys. And here's the heads up. I haven't been in there, I think, for a week or 2. The same toys are all there. Just get them in and get them out. I don't get the freaking attitude of charging so much when your stock is free and it keeps coming in. They do have a volunteer form there. I don't know. I do miss volunteering. Maybe they're not just, and this is what I was thinking. I don't even care if I'm not processing the stuff that I would sell. Maybe they just don't have enough processing people there, and that's why they're asking for volunteers, which would make sense. It is one of those weird ones. I do like doing stuff for the community, so that part doesn't bother me. I can process bloody anything in there. I've done it all before. But, you know, I don't have to just be there through there scrounging for shit that I want to buy at the end of my shift. I can just help with normal stuff. Maybe I should do that. I'm so time poor. I just gave myself another job too. So you may or may not have seen, but I've started a gaming channel. Now, don't laugh, or do. I started a gaming channel, but it's not going to be like this. It's just sometimes when I play video games, I'll stream them. It's called Uncle Flips Games. So it's just on the PlayStation. It's not as well run as my live streams. It's just, you can talk to me on it, but I don't know how to make the sentences smaller. People were trying to talk to me as I was playing, and I couldn't even read the messages properly. But so yeah, I've got that, and that's my free time, just because I like video games. I've got the live streams, which I love them. And I've got, of course, this. And I've been not motivated to write lately. Just some, I don't know, not writer's block, motivation block. So I'm trying to work on that as well. And yeah, of course, I'm trying to run a small business too. So the small business takes priority, and talking to you guys takes priority, and then everything else comes second. So if you want to go over there and subscribe, you'll see me playing the game. Sometimes they'll be scary, sometimes I'll be shooting at stuff. But you'll be able to see me, and I'll be able to talk to you. So for what that's worth, that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I've got to go into the big blue door. Welcome to the blue door. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, welcome to the offsite. The view may be a little bit different today, and all I can say is thank goodness for Flutter by Flipper Mel for giving me this clamp-on phone holder, because if this wasn't here and I didn't use it in the car, I forgot to bring my stupid, well, it's not stupid, but my tripod that I use out here, because I've got it at home, because you know I'm a video game streamer now. Wow. Any case, thank you, Mel. Thank you for your generosity. It's the only thing, like, I don't like doing the picking shows, particularly if there is a if I've got to hand hold the mic, the camera, the phone. But yeah, it's waggling about on the clothes rack, so I can still move it around a bit and still adjust it a little bit. But the main thing is that we're together. I think I can bring you a bit closer too. Hang on. So I've been here for, I'd say, about 15 minutes, just getting stuff out of the way and ready for me to work. If you're new to the channel, this is my little warehouse, and my soon-to-be wife, hopefully soon-to-be wife, my love, Alison, and I share this space. She's a full-time reseller as well. She doesn't use up half the amount of space that I do, but yeah, in fact, she only uses one wall and I use everything else. But we do share the packing table. But she's a love, because she ran out of packing material a while ago. She went and did a big top-up order, and because I haven't been here for a day or so, it was here waiting for me to set it up. So there's hex paper. So it's white paper, you pull it out, and as you do, it becomes hexagonal cutouts. That's good. She's got me another roll of bubble wrap, so I'm good to go there. And she got me larger size bags, bigger than the ones that Joey sent to me. So they'll be good for larger clothing articles, which is fantastic. I brought a tub 58, which is listed. I did bring that here. So that's done. The death pile challenge is 3 rows now are not death pile, which is, yeah, 9 tubs. I'm stoked. And if I remember, I actually went out and I put a new death pile tub out in the car. So I know you guys like looking at what's in there, so I'll grab it back out. All right, but for now, we're going to put this over here, the hex paper on the table, which you guys can't see, but that's all right. It's not the end of the world. Nah, it's fine. Nah, is it? Nah. Anyhow, so table. We all know what tables look like, but you know, it's a thing, isn't it? So I had a couple of things at home. There's one thing that I'm not sure where it is, but we'll locate everything. This is a pick pack video, guys. If you're not familiar with that term, and it may not be a term that you use, it is simply, I've got 10 orders to send off before Tuesday, I think it is. And I like to get them all done on Monday. It takes pressure off me. So we pick them, and I tell you how much I paid for them and how much I sold them for. Okay, so the first, this was the one I was telling you guys about. I'll just get that out of the way because it's just going to be a photo, because I'll pack it at home. So I was telling you guys about the popularity of Thomas. So this old wooden railway set, this is the tender off the train Hero. I sold that for $15. I paid 20 cents for it, and it is headed off to Norway. So Benjamin, doubt you're a reviewer, but g'day, and I can't speak your language, though you probably speak mine. So yeah, thank you. I tried to learn Norwegian, honestly. I did, because I love languages. This was about 16 years ago, because a friend of mine lived there. She lives in America now, but I could not pronounce anything. But anyhow, so this is his first or second purchase possibly on eBay. And yeah, he's paid a fair whack of money to get it over there. So this is why I set up the business policy, so as I know I can ship anywhere and it's no drama. But yeah, that is gone. The next one is one I brought from the tubs already. It was at home. So this is a sprint car race or drag, I don't know, sprint car. The driver's name is Harley White, and this is a promotional shirt that I picked up at an Oppo for $4 and sold it for 33. I've had it for quite a while, so I am rather glad to say goodbye to this particular one. It's a nice top. They got a good deal. I did have it up for a lot more because the comps were suggesting it, but after a longer period of not moving, it was time for it to go. It's got a bit of dust and bits and pieces from being in the tubs a while, so I'll rake over the top of that with some tape just to try to lift some of the dust off it, so when the customer gets it, they get a cleaner garment than what I'm holding now, that's for sure. But if you're into this sort of thing, I guess it's a cool jacket. I mean, the graphics look really good. It's just not my cup of tea at all. I'm sure if I went to those sort of races, I'd enjoy it. Like, I admire people who can drive a car well, like Mario Andretti, because he always drives his car well. That's from the Beastie Boys. But yeah, I'm glad to see that one move. Had some cancellations over the weekend. I've got 2 non-paying people, and I loosely call them people, but they haven't paid, and they're not responding. One of them's a decentish sale, and I've just said to the customer, well, the person who's holding up my goods, hey, you're not answering. Like, I've sent payment reminders. They're literally not communicating back, and they've got 0 feedback. So I've just said, look, you're not answering. I'm not here to have my time wasted. This is my job. And I think tomorrow equals the cutoff point. Like, I set my stuff to cut off at 4 days. So it still frustrates me though, because I do run a small business. It's my only source of income. Yes, I have fun doing this, but I'm not doing it for fun, though it's so much fun. But I'm not doing it for fun, but it is fun. So to have my time wasted like that, and to stop, yes, it's unlikely, but to stop someone else who actually wanted the thing, it's disrespectful. And I think new people buying on eBay just don't understand. So when they're hopping on, they probably just think, oh, it doesn't really matter, I can think about it. Some people don't even understand that, making an offer, if you accept their offer, they don't understand that they've entered into a contract. So that's interesting to me to find out. It's like you'll say, well, excuse me, when are you going to pay? And they go, no, I just sent you an offer. And I said, yeah, but I accepted it. So yeah, lots of swings and roundabouts, isn't it, guys? But do you guys cop a lot of people not paying? Like, what is your process? You guys gave me some good feedback. I read all the comments. I haven't answered lately just because I've been flat out, but I promise I've been reading them. And I've been reading them for, a reason, and that's because I care what you guys have to say. But I'm going to address some of them in a show. So I'll just do a comment show, I think, where I try to nail away a fair few of them. And then that way you guys can see your question being read out on camera. But I always want you guys to know I'm always reading them. I'm always paying attention. I do my best. I know that some of the more massive channels would eventually not even be able to deal with the comments. And that may happen one day, but at the moment it's not. So at the moment I'm just doing my best to stay on top of it. One thing, if you this will sound so disingenuous, but I promise you it's not. There's a section in the YouTube studio, the part that you guys can't see, but creators can. It shows comments, but then it shows member comments that I haven't responded to. So the memberships on YouTube, if you are new to using YouTube, it's where people pay a small monthly fee to be a member of my channel. They get little perks. Every channel's got different things. Mine is just mainly early access, and the occasional post. And they started at $1.49, and so YouTube does highlight those. So even if you're wanting to chat and making sure I see what you write, join the membership. It's $1.49 a month, and it literally comes up and says, members' comments you have not responded to. They all show up. Whereas people who don't have membership, it kind of gets buried. It's as though the algorithm is not picking it up. One day I might even be able to show you guys the back end of the YouTube studio. But the comment section is, there's the comments for the individual shows, but here's the member comments that you haven't answered. So I am grateful for that feature. Okay, so we do have in tab 10, I listed this a little while ago. At the moment, the Thomas stuff has been doing quite well for me. I'm hoping it's not buried too far, but whoops, I'm going to bump that thing a fair bit today. I don't have quite the maneuvering room that I do with the tripod. There's a rubber Thomas train that I sold. And it is funny, like since I started listing all that stuff, all the Thomas stuff, the Thomas sales, but some of my older stuff also picked up. So I think that's awesome. On that side, not over, oh, it might be over there. Okay. Also, if you recall a few episodes back, I don't know if you call them episodes or not, but a few days ago in my life, excuse me, I wasn't sure if I had the right magazines for one of my customers, and I'd screwed up. I put the wrong title, but I put the right magazines. Thank goodness he contacted me, legend, and yeah, he wants those magazines. He was aware of the typo, so thank goodness for that. Now, this may take a little bit of digging, so bear with me, because he's just, unless I put it in with the cars, which I shouldn't have done. Oh wait, no, there are Thomas in here too. Oh, good. Yes, okay, that'll make it easier. Now, from memory, this is it. It's just a small rubber train, but it's sold. Let's have a look. Sold for $12.46. Mini toy rubber. Now, you'll see how small it is now. $15. James mini toy rubber. And it is going locally, so that's good. But yeah, I've just really embraced listing Thomas stuff. I enjoy it. There's something nice and innocent about it. Ticks the boxes. Pretty cool. Okay. Pretty cool. For those of you who are just listening in the background, I was holding up stuff and saying pretty cool. Let's just have a look here. This is one of the things I always go, ooh, did I show how small that thing is? And I'm very confident that I did. Yep. So I always, on things that are maybe a weird size, clearly shows it's tiny. So we can proceed knowing that we've done the right thing. I'll just quickly check and make sure there's nothing else in tab 10 whilst I've got it down. No. Tab 53, tab 23. The computer magazines are ready. Okay, no, we're fine. Some of this stuff will be bundling together. At one point, I'm going to have to look for a Lego set. I didn't put the SKU on it. Even after all this time, guys, like, you know, I think it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this for. And even though it's only been full-time for a year for me, it has been a long time otherwise. I've been selling on eBay for over 27 years. Before eBay Australia started, I was on eBay America. But I still make tons of mistakes. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay, so some of these are going to be difficult to access, but access them we will. Where am I up to here? Okay, so I sold this Harry Potter Lego set, which, this was sealed. This was mine, okay? I just ended up not building it. I paid $29 for it. It sold for $83. Like I said, if you sit on Lego, it will increase in value, all right? That's a mantra. Sit on it, it'll increase in value. Particularly franchises that are popular. Harry Potter, Star Wars. And then for those who Lego heads will know what I'm talking about here, but the modular buildings, the Lego modular buildings, they're huge buildings. They come out once a year, maybe more now. Who knows? Lego just seems to be pumping out stuff all the time. But they go for hundreds, if not thousands, but you've got to sit on them. You've got to sit on them until they no longer make them. It's called retiring a Lego set. So if you get a retired Lego set, you may as well just start laughing out loud and not stop. Okay, so I'll just move this a little bit. Oop, got to be careful. Oh, g'day guys. Okay, so with these here, I sold these 3 lots of Byte computer magazine things. These are the correct ones. I have verified that with the customer for $34 per bundle. I got them for nothing. Bron viewer, who I don't think watches anymore, but she was aware of me. But Bron, if you do watch still, please say g'day. I'm still selling these magazines, mate. I appreciate it so very much. So I picked all these up from Bron, and yeah, they'll all be heading away to Queensland or to Isaiah. So I did double check that the things were right, and they were. I am going to double check before I send all these heavy magazines away, because nothing worse than to receive 5 kilos of magazines you didn't want. January. So this was the 86 ones. That's the 86 there. That was the 83. All I do is I just look for one of the, yeah, that's correct. I look for one of the covers just to verify that it is right. That one is also correct. And that one is also correct. Okay, that is correct. I thought these might fit into a large box. I'm hoping they do. But one of the things, guys, most of us only have kitchen scales. Remember, they've only got like 8 kilo capacity. That will go way beyond the 8 kilos just because they're heavy as. So they, yeah, just weigh them and weigh the box you're sending them in. Tub 23, I've got Fraser. All right, moving. Oh, you guys might as well just come with me. That was handy. These were ones that I got just in a bulk lot. I did not buy them separately. That was when I was able to buy massive boxes of media that they were going to throw out for $20 a box. So I just got straight onto it. And is this the 2nd and 3rd season that they've got? Seasons 1 through 3. Okay, so they got them so cheap. I just bundled them because it was like, and they're sealed. And ironically, at the time, back in the day, they were $60 a season. But yeah, so they got these for $11 plus shipping. Laughing. And it removes a bit of stress out of the tub for me, which is great. That means that the Joey dot, the orange dots on some of the tubs you may see, it means that there's room to put stuff into it. So that's cool beans. Cool beans, cool beans. And I'm happy with that. All right, tub 23. Oh, the weather. I don't know if you guys are affected by this, but as it gets colder, it affects me or my mental health. It's that seasonal affective thing. I feel super sad when it's cold. It just sucks. It sucks so much. and it makes me just feel really out of sorts. I guess it's a form of cold depression. And that's not being dramatic, it's just being truthful. I literally like feel very depressed over the winter. And I try to do little things, you know, to cheer up or whatever, but I think, as I keep saying, as my running joke, but it's not a joke, I think that ultimately it will be that we have to move. Ali gets affected by it as well, but she's got a lot more fortitude than myself. Okay, so I'm a duffer. I can see up there there's a shirt I sold, a Uniqlo one. I know it was just recent. Hopefully it's up there, but I haven't put a tub on it. Okay, so that was in tub 53. I wasn't going nuts. These are interesting. I picked them up for $3. They're glasses, if I can find them. Some of these tubs most certainly need a good working through. Okay, so it was $3. They're old, and so like for collectors, I guess it isn't so great, but I still got $50 for these, and I paid $3. So they're Kentucky Fried Chicken glasses from back in the day. The box is beat up, but the glasses are in good nick. I don't know who the characters are, but they're KFC characters, so I'm glad for that. Now, this is the scary part of this. We were talking about packaging stuff, so you're about to see me go nuts on packaging with this thing because it's going overseas. I'm going to be bubble wrapping it. I'm going to be putting it inside a box. They've paid a very fair, expensive price for the post. I'm going to take all the time that damn thing needs to make sure it makes it to, let's see where they're going. They're going to America, to Laura. Laura, if you're a viewer, please tell everyone about your Uncle Flip. And if you're not, then I guess you can't do much about that, can you? I know I've got some friends in the US who now watch, and they communicate with us, which is fantastic. It's such, I think, for the YouTubing side of things, cracking the American market would be very, very good for the channel, both from a straight up the channel increasing its viewership, but also to getting a lot more American ideas and comments into our chats, because they do it differently over there. You guys have seen the videos. I know my audience is almost, I think my American part of the audience is now maybe 10%. Some is in the UK, some other places. I think I've got a couple of Kiwi friends. But yeah, if you can crack that US where they will watch you, I think that would be invaluable. And it may even give some of our US selling friends ideas of how to ship internationally to us and what we're actually looking for in Australia, because it is very, very different. I do have to climb up the ladder and have a bit of a Bo Peep now. One is in tub 57, which is down there. I'm going to switch off the camera, guys, because quite frankly, I don't think you need to be, well, I'm just going to get the stuff down from up above, and the only way the camera can aim is at my backside, so I'm going to turn off the camera for a second. Okay. So for me, that was about 10 minutes. For you, it was a click of a button. Because I was a duffer, I spent too long looking for something. That isn't even here, it's at home. I brought one of the Lego sets here, and I forgot to grab the other one. I sold another Lego set, but I better get these open to show you. These are other items I picked. They were in the above area, and it's just one of those things, like it's high enough that if you fell, you'd hurt yourself. And if I'm trying to concentrate on that at the same time, that doesn't work out well. So this is the Lego set that is at home. It was on my 35% off, which I'm amazed because it's Star Wars, but it went for $34 plus postage. The other items that I picked up just then, guys, let's have a look here, are This fellow here, I paid $2 for him. He's an old vintage Mr. Impossible. I sold him for 20 bucks, and it looks like he's going overseas as well. This is going overseas. This is one of the Uniqlo shirts that I have bought recently for $4, and that one sold for $23. That is going to America, to Deborah. Deborah, I think you're a viewer now, but Deborah lives in Pennsylvania. So, Deb, thank you for the purchase, and thank you for getting back so promptly with the messages I sent. What I do, guys, is because I know that Deb has bought this one. Deborah, sorry, I don't know whether I should shorten your name or not. It's the Japanese style Uniqlo shirts I showed you. So I will. I checked with her and said, "Hey, I've got more. I've got more of those Uniqlo shirts. If you want, I'll bundle them up and look after you on the shipping." And she said, "No, I've got what I want." No, very, very, very pleasant. Yeah. Also, I've already shown you the Fraser things. So we are up to the packing part of the video. I'll just make sure there's nothing else real time that I can do here while we're here. Oh, wait a second. And I'm only just hovering now. Tomorrow, I have barely had a sale today. In fact, I don't think I've had one. I doubt I'll be 21 grand tomorrow morning. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's what happens sometimes. I need to figure out something better to do with this hex paper. I don't use a lot of hex paper. I mean, Ali is gorgeous for buying it for me, but yeah, I don't use a lot of hex paper. All right, so we'll move this. And the idea behind it now, guys, particularly if you're new and if you're still here, is I just basically give you a quick look at how I pack stuff up to give you ideas on how you might be able to pack up your own orders as well. It's not to say that I'm, super good at doing it or anything like that. Far from it. It is just simply I want to be as helpful as I can and have conversations with you guys as often as I can. So we do the pick and pack together. Okay, so I've got to grab that Thomas thing from at home because it's still in the tub at home. However, I will send it in a padded bag. Just in one of these. That'll be fine. And I'll write the customer's name, Benjamin. All right, so that's all I do because I'm linked up to the Australia Post, my business post. Just because I'm here and it is on camera, I tend to only write the customer's first name, and that just helps me identify it when I print labels at the other end. Still got a lot of stuff in the car I need to get out too. I've still got to list stuff today. Going to the market threw me. It was good to do it, but it was heartbreaking to see the vendors there just not getting sales. So these are the international, just so as you guys know, these are international satchels, all right? They don't cost you anything. The post office will give them to you. You just got to go and ask. So that's what this one will go in. For Deborah, the idea is with all this stuff, we keep our costs down as much as we can while still making sure that the items are being looked after and we're being respectful to them. So makes it nice and easy though. It's a pretty shirt as well. It's the sort of stuff I would have worn if it had fit me. But medium and 2XL, they don't play in the same ballpark. And at my local post office, I am lucky. So yeah, nice and easy. And then I just throw the customs thing on there. At my local post office, they give us these blue IKEA bags, and we basically just walk in, put them over the counter, and then you can leave. It's no sweat. It's good. Okay, so this is Mr. Impossible is going to America as well. That's neat. He will fit in a little satchel as well. All right, guys. All right, mate. Travel well to your new home. It absolutely blows my mind that, you know, in a week or so's time, someone in America is going to pull this out of the satchel and have their own little toy. It's awesome. And I know our dollar is weak next to the American dollar too, but it's still, it does excite me selling over there because their market is so massive that someone bothered to buy from me. But I guess at 1.6 to the dollar, 1.6 of our dollars to the dollar, it works out fairly cheaply. Nonetheless, Kim, thank you so much for buying from me, mate. And I hope that you're a viewer now. My feedback, I think my feedback says that I've got a YouTube channel. I set it up automatically. It didn't let me put as many characters in as it does when you do it manually. Okay, so Fraser can go in a small. Having this stuff around, I don't know if I said this in another episode. I hope I did because the advice is good. If I may make a suggestion to you, particularly if you're new and you're happy to use Australia Post, what I suggest to you is go to Aussie Post and buy one of everything. It'll cost you a few bucks. Get a large box, a medium box, you know, a small. Get all the different sizes of the padded mailers. Keep them at home and write the word template on them so as you won't send them to customers. And then you can do test packing to figure out what you're going to be putting your stuff into, because it can sometimes be a pain. But I can tell you right now, having those templates helped me so much when I was getting started. I talked so much yesterday, I feel like I've got to constantly keep clearing my throat. I'm going to save that one for later, try to do the easier ones. Okay, so this is going to be overkill, but it is just to expedite. Oh, no, it might be okay. I'm going to throw this little Thomas into the padded mailer. This one is the one that's going over to Norway. It is purely, this size will accommodate the customs form, and the customer, at least he's getting it in a bag and then in a bag. Double down on that. It was Benjamin from memory. No, it wasn't Benjamin. Alana. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I got those. Benjamin's buying the other Thomas thing that I've got at home. Okay, so this is Alana. Alana, thank you so very much. I apologise there. Yeah, $12.46 for that little rubber Thomas. So, but I don't know if she's a collector or buying it for a kid. So even so, in the padded, I've already sealed it because I was too busy talking. I probably would have put it in the paper one for domestic. The paper mailers that eBay decided to renege on us with, but I would have put it in one of those. It doesn't matter. Just those mailers are a little bit more expensive. Okay, so then we have the hoodie. Now, once again, these can go straight into a satchel. I'm hoping a small one will do the trick. It just get it in there. I really hope that they enjoy their hoodie too. It's the print on it's good. I don't know when it was from because I didn't pay much attention to that. Well, 2016, so yeah, it's almost a decade old. Bruce, thank you for your purchase. And the nice thing is, you live just down the road from us, so you're in Melbourne. So you'll be having this soon. That's awesome. And I appreciate the purchase, mate. Thank you. I'll tilt that up just a little bit. There we are. You can still see what's going on. But the nice thing too is because it's nearby, the postal rate shouldn't be as much either. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad I sold it, even though I took an offer. I still made money. We know that. That's the name of the game, isn't it? Making money. Okay, so let's approach this one together. All right. This is our KFC glass, and I am going to be careful with it. So I'm just wondering, I'm going to think a little bit outside the box here, just because it is literally going so far. First things first, you guys will see the logic in a second, I hope. I either do that, I'm going to put it in a medium box, and sorry, it's like doing Tetris with stuff that breaks. So I do want to make sure that Laura gets this and it's in one piece. Okay, we've certainly got the depth there for it. I think what we're going to do, putting cardboard down the bottom won't facilitate anything. Doing a truckload of wrap will. So what I'm going to do though, I'm still going to utilize this actually, but the reason for it is not because I'm lazy or being silly. It is like wrapped food was in it, but that's not the point. That's not why I'm using it. I'll show you. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing it is because the front of this thing, yeah, I'm going to get into that actually if I can. The front of this is like that, the curves of the glass with openings. The back is okay. So the front, we need to almost try to make it flat again. It has been taped closed. So, okay, so how can I do this properly? I'm going to finesse it just a little bit. Okay, so I've got to be so careful. This paper is absolute garbage because it was from a fast food toy, you know, or fast food thing. Okay, so our next step, I just want to alleviate any opportunity for those glass edges to literally be touching glass on glass during the trip, because I don't know if you guys have seen how the post gets done before, and I'm not being smart. Literally, on occasion, you will see the post. They're in big cages, and such incredibly that isn't suitable. What I just did then, such incredibly large weights are put on top of the stuff. It is so mind-boggling that they even survived the trip. So I don't have a lot of playroom here though. I'm just gonna see if that will slide in. It does. I'm just gonna be careful here. Okay, so yep, it's touching the bottom. That's what I've done, guys. So now, even if they clank together, there's bubble wrap there. And no, all right, I can't do it on that side. It'll place too much stress on the product. So that's all right though. All I wanted was to stop literal glass on glass contact. So I'll just very carefully do this back up again. I'm not going to tape it up because the customer will want to see their glasses and it'll hold. So it's just like that, all right? But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a bit of this down into, don't use that bit. I'm going to lay this down into here and even get a little bit more. And I'm basically just providing a secondary bed again I should be showing you, I'm sorry. You can make good packaging out of anything. So this was a toasty box, all right? We've got a bed there. Now we get these. And now the glass is literally touching that. Then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this up quickly. Oh, and a big thank you to anyone who watched my gaming stream too. I wanted to say that whilst I was thinking of it, because I saw like, I think 30 or 40 people have watched the video. It feels so weird for that to be like a new little channel, but it's good fun as well. Okay, so just, long story short, I'm getting rid of the parts that the sandwich touched. As I said, there's a few more steps, but I don't want this to smash because it's $50. So what we may actually do is we'll run one layer of bedding. There we are. Pop it back in just so as I can cut more plastic. I'm going to lay that upside down. I'm then going to put that over the top like that. Hope you guys can see this. It's not like it's a masterclass in packing. It's more guerrilla packing, just to let you know how we can do this stuff, how we can make it all work. Because I'm always about trying to find solutions that are cost effective, but protect our customer and ourselves. So now I've got a sandwich like that. But now what I can do is I can undo this and put it over the top on that side, and then on this side. So I've effectively given myself a free row. Just to hold it on. And now we've still got room because we're putting it in this box, but it is starting to pad out nicely. So what I'm going to do is, at this point now, I know that this is protected, okay? But what I want to do is make sure it doesn't move on the sides of the box and the top. So that should do it. I know I always say this, guys, but if you're using one of these and non-retractable, always make sure you do it between. I try to remember. Hopefully I do remember all the time. So if I don't, please remind me in the comments, because those things, when I used to work at the clothing factory, well, in the warehouse for a clothing manufacturer, I would see people cutting themselves constantly because they wouldn't retract those. They pick them up the wrong way. It's too easy to get badly hurt. So now what we're going to do is we are going to splodge it. That's a technical term. Splodge it in there, and now see how it's filled up very well now. And then what we may do is, I'm just wondering, I don't really need a lot of protective stuff now. Forgive me, guys, I didn't expect to open this up the first time on camera, but we may as well use it. It's here. And there I was saying I don't use a lot of it, but this stuff, it's called hex paper. It does come in handy, and I hope that I'm not cutting through the actual paper itself. Oh, okay, it was close, but no, I didn't. Okay, so the hex paper, when you get it, it's in a roll. It looks very basic. It just looks like this. All right, but we'll get it out and I'll show you what it does. It's quite incredible. And if you are new to reselling, this is another piece of kit that I would certainly suggest that you do have in your arsenal because it does. It comes in handy. Sorry about all the. Oh, no, I'm not. It's a noise. Bad luck. Okay, so get the tape. All right, so this is the peely part. Okay, so this stuff is amazing. I'll just prepare it that I can dispense it. And I guess something that I do need to talk to you guys about is you'll see a lot of people telling you, and the advice isn't bad, by the way. They're like, you know, you don't have to get packing stuff. You don't have to do this. You can go to hardware stores or wherever to get your packaging material from. Ow, that hurt. That was heavy. Don't worry, I don't think you saw what happened, but I just dropped it on my foot. They are heavy. Okay, so pop it back in. See how at the moment it just looks like paper, right? But here's the thing. I know some people go, oh, don't be stupid. I know what that is. But, so see now, as I pull it, it comes apart like that. So, as I pull it out, it becomes like a padded material. Yeah? Yeah. And then I'm just going to use the edge of the box to tear it. And this is why it's called hex paper. It doubles up as packaging if you're selling small things, jewelry, other bits and pieces that you need to have padding but minimal. This stuff is the bomb. So what I'm doing with this, guys, is I'm simply allowing for the top. Now this is more for appearance, right? Because I've done a good job. But all we're doing now is with a very cheap piece of paper that the customer hopefully recycles at the other end, I'm just filling up the top. Perfect. So I'm very happy with the packaging. And doesn't move. That's what we want. When you're sending things anywhere that are fragile in particular, you don't want them moving at all if you can avoid it. Okay, so that one, let me just quickly check so I can chuck their name on again. Sorry, it was Laura. I get that preoccupied with talking. Sometimes I'll forget the name of the person that I'm meant to be popping on the box. Laura, okay. And there's the tape gun. Ali's borrowed it. This will be louder in your ears. I may not be, but I know when I'm watching shows and people are pick-packing and the tape gun comes out. Though I watch most of my YouTube on the TV, not on my phone with headphones. So there's noise, it generally doesn't bother me too much. And all I'm going to do there is a cross over. So yeah, this thing now, particularly that it's in a box again, should be making it with no problems whatsoever. So yeah, like, see how nothing's moving? Okay, that was my stomach. I don't know if you've heard it. My tummy's been gurgling for most of the packing. I don't know why I'm a bit lost for the term. Like, I call it a show. This, like Geelong-Flipper, we call it a show. But it's the weirdest thing. Like, I feel like it's disingenuous because it's not. It is my life. But what would you call it? The last vlog, a show. Some parts of it are educational. Like, I think I did a good job in showing you how to pack something difficult just then. It's a tough one. It's a tough one sometimes. I don't have all the answers. But yeah, it is it's my life that I'm sharing. I should take those bags home. Oh, okay. Will Harry Potter fit in there? Not a hope. All right, so Harry is going, generally with Lego stuff, I Frankenstein boxes, but the rest of the cardboard is at home. What I'll do though here, just to get myself ready, is I'll at least get all I tend to do is I put a few layers of bubble wrap on. See, the thing when you're sending stuff domestically too, you've always got to care. Like always I care. But it's not always as much of a worry as international, because as much as I hate to say it, it's not going to be with Australia Post for as long. So I don't have quite as much to worry about. I'm trying to use the rest of this smaller bubble wrap. Ellie's a sweetheart. She's like, when she bought the other wrap that was there, she's like, I used more than that. I need to get you another one. I'm like, don't worry about it. I use your stuff. Not as much, but I do. And yeah, so then she went and bought the massive one as well, and she got herself another huge roll. So I've got to wear away one to wear away the other. They're good problems to have. I'm going to Frankenstein the rest of that box at home. So, and I'll have to remember to, I don't remember, I'll do it now. I'll take more bubble wrap now for the other set. It was ironic, I was wrapping, or I'd actually just sold the other set when channel member Rhiannon, and friend, but I've actually known Rhiannon for a while, and Lockie, who isn't a channel member, but I've known him a while, and yeah, she messaged me just as it sold, and she goes, I was just about to buy that Lego set, and it's sold. I was like, yep, that sucks. Don't hesitate on stuff like that. But yeah, it's just one of those things that happens, isn't it? All right, so the final thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to use a large Australia Post box, but with this stuff here, I'm going to see if the magazines will even fit in it, because they are massive. And sometimes I've sent off parcels like this before, and all you do, guys, I'm going to show you the trick again, because I have shown you before. I'm literally at the moment just going to make this up very loosely to see if that's all I will need. All right, so in this case, it doesn't matter if the box bulges out a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if this will work, because Isaiah has ordered all the very big old magazines, but I'm trying to save him money with the post. So if I do them like that, I can, if I push them just slightly. Like I said, I'm trying to save my customers money where I can, because at the end of the day, I'd love for him to shop with me again. He was really nice with his communication. Now, the way I'll get around this is, though, I'll basically just separate the bundle. Okay, so now it fits in exactly, but it's going to be overweight for this type of box from memory. I think this box is allowed to have, as a flat rate, it's allowed to have 5 kilos. There's way more than 5 kilos here. So all we do, and this is the good trick if you're using Aussie Post, anything that looks like, once you go flat rate, particularly for me, because I'm lucky, I've got a good postage discount. All I do here is you undo the box, that the Aussie Post barcode isn't visible anymore. Okay, turn it over. And what you do, and most of you old hands will know this, but for the newies, you make the box inside out. It still puts together exactly the same way, guys. It's just now nothing is showing. It's just a plain box. And when I log into my business post, I would still use these over other boxes, just because the quality of the cardboard's very good. But yeah, so now I am just using my own packaging, which is what I'll select, and I'll just put in the weight and where it's headed off to. And in the past, my experience has been very good with doing this. With my band 5, it works out quite well. All right, move one more over there. They're flat. And now, instead of Isaiah paying 3 lots of shipping, I'll be able to refund him some money. Less my packaging material, of course. Now, I should have made more room for that here. Oh, no. Thank you. I just reminded myself. Because this will be heavier than my kitchen scales, I'm going to leave the box open so as I can weigh the magazines individually, then the box, and then I'll just input it as a total. But yeah, I'd say that's about 10 kilos. It is heavy. So I'm pleased with that though. Good work, Tori, good work. So that pretty much sums up the pick pack part of the video, guys. Though, you guys said you like to see the death pile. So I'm going to go and get that tub. Give me a hot second, please. I'm not going to turn the camera off. I might have to put that in the front. It's funny, I was going to list a whole heap of, I still might, a whole heap of Matchbox cars today. But it's getting later in the day, and even though they're quick, and the photography is quick, I don't know, I also feel like having a bit of a restful time too. Anyhow, that's my problem. Geez, Tori, you're such a complainer, mate. Such a complainer. It's just as well you're devilishly, funny. Okay, so are you guys ready? Because there's some really good stuff in this one. Excuse me. If you haven't seen this movie, Lucky Grandma, you are absolutely missing out. It is fabulous. Rocky, Who Cares? Tiffany, Bride of Chucky, pop vinyl. The Creep from Creepshow. It's catching all the reflections. How can I get that less reflective? I don't know. Let's try. This was from a really cool movie called Brightburn. A little boy becomes evil Superman. This was a Squishmallow with tag. What's its name? Rosemund. Reign of Assassins. That was good. Horror Slasher Holidays. Hayden, you're paying attention. There's horror in here. How to Rap. Written by Cool G Rap and Paul Edwards. Fear Inc. Sealed. Blu-ray. Horror. Kevin Spacey. Control. I like Kevin Spacey. I haven't seen that one. Darling Buds of May. A limited edition Ron McDonald Diamond series. They vary. They are sold out in Victoria very quickly. In here there is a big bundle as well, which will be interesting. This is Mel Gibson, Desperation Road, sealed, DVD. Jeepers Creepers, Ravenous, sealed. Some of these may be listed as unsealed. I might watch them quickly before I list them. I don't know. I'll see if I can stream them. The Dark, another horror. So if you guys like horror, there's a lot of horror in here. Enemy at the Gates, one of my favorite movies. First Love, it's by Takeshi Miike, Japanese. He always does super violent movies. Fantastic. 15 Minutes of War, sealed. Martyr, another one of the horror in here. Separation, another horror movie. MotoGP 4 for PlayStation 2. Jack 2. Renegade for PlayStation 2. Then I've got just a... this is very Australian, so Americans, you won't have a clue. But this is about, like, it's fiction, but it's about this crime in Sydney. And it's, yeah, Robert G. Barrett writes amazingly. Like, if you guys do want a taste of Australiana, Davo's Little Something is a really good book. You should read it. Now, I'm not going to get all of these out, but this is a series called Popular Mechanics, Do-It-Yourself Encyclopedia, and I have the whole set in there of 15, and they go really well. So I'm going to have to list them as a big bundle, and away you go. So that is the contents of the Death Pile bundle. So I do think that some of this will move reasonably quickly. I might even just go straight home, because doing that massive bundle of books in there, I work toward a daily dollar total of $500+. I know it needs to be more, and sometimes it is. It's more often closer to $600 that I do, but I believe it should be more again. And yeah, I'll get those DVDs up. They won't be big money, but horror collectors will enjoy them. And hopefully you guys, having seen them, might reach out to me and go, hey, I'd like that. I'd like to buy that off you. Because I do private sales to viewers through Instagram, as long as you're comfortable using PayPal, friends and family payment. Let's face it, I pack everything on camera. It's not like I can run around ripping people off. And I do provide tracking on everything. So that is something that is available. Or just buy it through eBay and get all the buyer protection that eBay provides, which is, to be honest, excellent. So there's always that. Oh, this big Thomas set I keep talking about making for fun. I haven't done it yet. I've still got my sneakers I bought for me in here. Gracious me. I've got almost an entire Melbourne trip in there that I have still not done anything with. All right, we'll put the post in the car as well. I'll probably do the labels for it tomorrow. I don't believe that I'll have to actually... I don't believe I'll have to come out here tomorrow unless I get an order, in which case I'll do the pick pack. I may not do it on camera though. I'll do the pick pack just so as I can get out of Tuesday. I try to take Tuesdays off where I can. Though if I have to do pick pack on the day, it won't matter too much. I've got no idea what our plans are. All right, so I think that does sum up everything that we're doing here, which is good. And yes, hello, how are you? Slowed down and stared. Oh, I say hello. I guess it looks odd. Not many people work out of these. Most people just store stuff here. But we'll collect the power station, and then I'll collect you guys. And we are done in the off-site. And I just simply have to get that Lego set at home. I hope it's at home. I had a cursory glance for it earlier, and I confess it wasn't where it should have been. I am so grateful for this power pack. I know I showed it to you before, but if you're contemplating doing this and you don't have power, they are expensive, but jeepers creepers, they're good. So this was meant to be $1,200. We got it for $8.99. It provides power here all day. You can see it's got normal 240 volt plugs. If you're in America, I'm sure that they've got the 115 volt in there. USB-C, USB-A, and even 12 volt. And it does connect to a 12 watt charger. The thing charges so fast, like from empty to 100%, maybe 25, 30 minutes. It's not long. It's crazy. I'd hate to think of how much power it's pulling out of the house every time I charge it. I think I'm still going to look into the availability of me using the a solar panel out here. They said that they weren't sure if I'd be allowed to use one, but then they never got back to me about it. So I'll chase that up. All right, guys, we are done here. I'll check in probably in a couple of hours or so. I'm going to get some listing done, but if I think of anything funny or practical, you'll be the first I let know. All right, I'll see you in a jiff. Yo, it's hours later and I'm listing. And also I'm currently on the eBay chat because someone I refunded gave me negative feedback, so I'm in the process of trying to get that removed. Ain't it fun? I don't get it. It's the whole Pokemon card thing. I don't get it. I don't get humans. Okay, let's have a look here. Feedback has been removed with the team's help. Thank you, eBay. You rock. And so do you guys. I'll see you on the next video.